before we start getting into everything. Let's send out a quick tweet. Everything's blowing up. Where am I at? We are live. Tweet. Alright, we are live. We are going to send out one. We're going to post this on Facebook. And we're going live. All right, so let's move some things around. So get my window where I want it to be. I want the chat. Disable preview screen. I can do that. That's neat. We've got our chat. We've got our window. We've got our preview stream. All right, here we go. We are all set to go. We are going to play some Alone Among the Stars. Make sure everything works. Everything's looking good. We got the PDF. We've got Word. So here's how we're going to do this. I'm going to periodically pop back into the stream chat. We're going to pop back into stream chat, and we are going to pretty much just play through the game. Let's pull up the game. Among the Stars, or solitary adventure, hopping from planet to planet, exploring. Each world has unique features for you to discover and record. They are represented by cards from a standard deck. Deck of cards. So we are going to be using this deck of cards to generate the worlds that we are visiting along our solitary cosmic journey. So, let's see what's next. To find a new planet, roll a 6-sided dice and place cards face down equal to the number rolled to flip over a card to discover something. So, let's start. Let's start with that. Let's hit this. Hey, Quinn, how are you? We're playing Alone Among the Stars today, which is a single-player role-playing game about cosmic wandering, inspired very much by games like No Man's Sky. We are going to be floating through the cosmos in our galactic vessel, exploring things, discovering things. We're going to see what happens. So we're going to start the game. I've got this deck of playing cards. Pick a card, any card. I really wish I knew Stage Magic. Stage Magic would be fun. Would be a wonderful skill to learn. That might be a 29th. I'm not going to commit to learning Stage Magic. I'm just going to preemptively say I don't think I'm going to commit. But we're going to play this game. So the first thing we're going to do, I've got a 6-sided dice. We're going to try and roll it on. I'm on my couch. We're going to try and roll it so it doesn't fall. 6. We have rolled 6. So we're going to take 6 cards. I've got word in front of me. I've got word in front of me to basically make notes, see what we discover along the way. You can also find a link to buy the game Alone Among the Stars. You can see it on screen. Head to itch.io, pick that up. And let's see what we've got. We're taking 6 cards face down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I just realized doing that, I saw all of the cards. So that's not going to happen again. I was trying to visually show you I've gotten 6 cards here. But in doing so, I just held them in front of my face for a second. So that backfired a little bit. So what we're going to do instead, we're just going to redraw those 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, so we've got our cards. Let's see what we're doing next. So we've got our cards. We've got our cosmic adventure planned out. Each world has unique features for us to discover and record. So the planet that we are going to uncover. Yeah, right? We've already pretty much discovered that Stage Magic is off the table, right? We've already pretty much discovered that Stage Magic is not a thing that's going to happen. So we've got 6 cards. The planet that we have arrived at is 6 cards. We have floated through space for a long time. We have come upon this world. It is in the distance. We are zooming towards it. And now we have arrived. The world we have just landed. Let's see what's waiting for us. There's a lot of things. We've got 6 cards. I'm going to write down in our word processor planet number 1. We don't know anything about it yet, so I don't feel comfortable giving it a name in our journal yet. But we've got planet number 1. Let's give it a bullet point. Oh, I like these bullet points. They're big and beefy. All right. When flipping over a card to discover something, I'm going to roll a 6-sided dice. Here we go. 6. Spot it as we are resting. The ship comes down. We are floating quietly. It has been a long, long journey to get here. We are floating to the planet's surface. And the first thing that we discover is we flip a card. I have drawn the Ace of Clubs. The suit and rank will determine the discovery that we are going to make. We're in our ship's log. We're going to record a short description and our reaction to the thing, to our discovery. So, this is our Ace of Clubs. We're going to flip down to clubs. Clubs are plants and other immobile forms of life. Towering trees, carnivorous pitchers, giant ferns, glowing weeds, floating flowers, oozing mushrooms. So this is a good first card, I think. This feels like a good first thing to discover. Is the vegetation, the landscape that we are coming upon. In a field taller than you. The Ace is the field taller than you of natural vegetation. So we've landed our ship. I'm picturing I'm by myself. I am alone among the stars. So I'm picturing a small one-person vessel, maybe sort of like a, very much a Star Wars bounty hunter sort of beat-up looking thing. It's been a long journey to get here, and we have come upon this field of massive, massive wheat stalks. That feels like a good first thing, right? These massive overgrown, picture just like if you were to cartoonishly inflate a wheat field, large enough that like when we land in our tiny one-person cruiser, our scout ship, it just floats over. It is completely obscured, right? Like we look out the windows and it is just stalks of wheat. It is just nothing as far as the eyes can see. We have to basically like push through fields of wheat. This would be fun with a tarot deck. I agree. This would be a neat game. You get those nice, beautiful cards, but I also like it with the playing cards. I feel like it's nice. I immediately kind of, have that connection to them. I'm interested in exploring more of this world. So let's see what happens. We are surrounded by just massive stalks of wheat. What is the next thing? I'm actually going to switch these to numbers. Since we have cards, let's look into numbers. There we go. Stalks, field of massive, massive wheat stalks. Our next discovery is a 1. Oh, you know what? I did not know that. I did not know that the current playing card suits. It makes sense because there's 4 of each, and I just never even fully clicked. Yeah, I guess I learned something today. Just a thing that I probably should have pieced together by now and never, ever did. So, we have rolled a 1. When we discover something, it is arduous to get here. So I'm picturing that we basically are, like, low enough on these giant, like, big stalks of wheat that, like, light is scarce, right? We are wandering in the dark. Stumbling through the darkness, and what do we come upon? The 4 of diamonds. Diamonds are living beings. People like or unlike you. Fish, dinosaurs, wolves, birds, ooh. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, alright. Okay. Yeah. We've come upon a steep canyon full of life, full of people, full of people and people living in this large canyon. A canyon full of life. I think my immediate instinct is visually the hyena den from the Lion King, where it's a lot of like caves jutting out and sort of like small ledges. And I think part of what makes this arduous is I'm actually gonna make a note. I think I fall down the I think I tumble down the canyon. And I'm gonna make a note here. Oh, will you just make these bullet points? I think I'm gonna make a note that light is scarce. Light is scarce down below, like, the sight line. We've tumbled... I basically am wandering this planet away from my scout vessel. And I trip and just tumble down a hill. And... eyes just peek out, right? Eyes just jut out, and I think they are sapient, humanoid-esque, three-fingered. A little bit, visually speaking, a little bit like Hitmonlee from the Pokemon. I kind of like that, like, aesthetic of, like, head, no real head, eyes, big, kind of yellow, somewhere between Hitmonlee and that big neck alien from the Cantina scene with the big glowing eyes. Somewhere between that. Like, if you took that face and put it on, like, the headless Hitmonlee. Start, like, peeking out, and there's just silence. I'm gonna write these in my journal. Yellow eyes, no head, long three-fingered hands. And we're just looking at each other for a moment. And it's very quiet, but I think I'm on my way before any real interaction happens. I don't think I want to disturb them. I am an intruder in their home, so I'm just gonna go. Like, hands up, on my way. I don't really want to disrupt anything here. So let's get on our way. Let's move on to our next discovery. 2. I believe 2 is also arduous to get here. It is arduous to get here. Okay, well, that's not great after the whole leaving and finding myself in a canyon surrounded by living beings. So I'm probably running for my life away from my ship. I am lost in the wilderness of this alien world. I am scared. There's no light. I am like surviving by flashlight and just pushing wheat stalks behind me. It's a rough scene as I come upon... Oh no, the 5 of diamonds. More living creatures. Oh, more living creatures. Alright. 5 is a treetop. Oh, there are things that can walk atop a stalk of wheat. That's exciting. That's a great thing to discover. That's a fun development. Set this here. No. I want to... How do I untie? There we go. Oh, why are you not gonna... There we go. No, that's not... Alright. Alright. I won't hit number. And then hit over. There we go. But now it's at 1. Okay. We're just going to go ahead and turn these balso into bullets. There we go. That's fine. Bullets are good. I'm still learning this new word processor. It's not Google Docs, and it's not my usual word processor. So we've got things that are lighter, so light that they can run atop a stalk of wheat and not topple it over. Granted, these are large stalks of wheat. So we're dealing with some smoke monsters. We're dealing with smoke monsters atop the wheat stalks. That's where we're at. That's great. So I think what happens is I'm running back through the wheat stalks, and they start moving, and smoke starts billowing down and grabbing me and grabbing other people, and it is just, I think I'm tumbling. And where do we go? Where do we go from here? 6. Resting. Safety. Quiet. I don't. Do I get away, or am I picked up and carried to where? Let's see what the card is. I did say that it picked me up, so I think this might be the den of the smoke. It is a 4 of clubs. Clubs are plants in immobile life. 4 is a steep canyon. Another one of these I think. Huh. If it's another steep canyon, I think I'm in some sort of. So I don't even know that I think they're less monsters and more like traps or nets. I think they're not. I think they're semi sentient. They are control. I am brought back. And I am brought back to the canyon that I tried to flee from. And I'm in some sort of like. Maybe I'm in the guts of like a tree. Like I'm in that interior area. Yeah, I'm in a tree gut prison. That's horrifying. But like, yeah, I'm in a tree gut prison. I am surrounded. I'm not really sure. I just kind of want to go home now. Like, this is not my favorite. I have 2 more discoveries to make. 3. A 3. 3 is the one result. 3, we come upon it suddenly. So I break out. I climb to the top. I find a foothold, and I climb, and I'm atop this, like, large tree that is, bursting forth above the wheat stalks, and I come upon the 10 of diamonds. Diamonds, living things. Deep underground. All right. Okay. So I climb out. I find footholds. And underground life. Oh, you know what? I don't even climb out. If it comes upon it suddenly, there are definitely just worm tunnels inside this like prison of tree. This tree is hollow partially because these giant acid spitting worms. Sandworms from Dune. Though I guess technically from my reference point it would probably be sandworms from Beetlejuice. I've never read or watched Dune, but like I know Beetlejuice has sandworms, and that's kind of more of what I'm picturing. Or is Beetlejuice a sandworm? I don't fully remember Beetlejuice now that I think about it. I feel like I was real like shaped by the Beetlejuice cartoon when I was young, and now I'm realizing that like none of that stuck. Don't know why that is. I had the same experience with Fraggle Rock, where like I realized I had watched like hours and hours of Fraggle Rock, and then when I watched the Christmas episode recently, it was on a double feature with Emmett Otter, and I realized I remember virtually none of it. And it's a very weird little piece because I know it was like my favorite when I was young, and I just didn't retain it in the way that I probably should have. Tremors is another good reference point for these aliens, for these worm things bursting through this tunnel and just like dragging tearing through this, like, tearing through the underground, bursting through trees, and I'm just, like, tumbling and stumbling and, like, wandering hopelessly through these tunnels, trying to just get back home, right? Like, I'm just trying to find my way back to my ship and just go home. We got a 5, which I believe means coming upon it while resting. I am underground for an extremely long time. I am underground for an extremely long time. Underground long enough to sleep. I wake up, it's a few days of wandering underground before I find the ace of diamonds. This is a diamond-heavy game. I like it. Ace is another field taller than you. And these are living things, so I think, like... And this is the last feature of our planet. This is the end of this particular story. And we've already established things above the wheat stalks, right? We've already kind of established that there are creatures above the, like, smoke monsters above the wheat. I think my ship is being dragged away. And I think I kind of have to Han Solo run it. Like, do the running thing along the, run up the ramp. I have to run up the ramp and, like, scramble and jump on it and just burst out of planet, right? Like, I have to make a desperate escape off-world. Running and jumping onto the ramp. But I'm okay. Have fun, my friend. Great. Thanks for stopping by. And that's our first world. Don't super think I will be coming back to this one. Don't feel like I am at all prepared to hang out on this particular planet. And I'm gonna leave my notes up for now. We'll decide how I feel. So that's our first world. We take off. We're soaring. I would love to find somewhere real nice. I think that at this point in our story, I am floating to our next planet. Planet 2. Just hoping. Please. Just let it be quiet. Feature 1. So, all I really want right now is just just a little peace and quiet. And of course, I have no idea if I'm going to get it, but I just kind of want, just after that many things all at once, I could really love to just be left alone for a little while. Aha! We have 2 cards. I cannot see what is on the cards. See that? I've learned a trick. We have 2 cards. We're going to roll 2 cards and discover 2 features on this world. First, feature. We come upon it while resting. Alright. Alright. The planet is quiet. We have time to rest. We're floating sort of lazily in the atmosphere, right? We are just trying to regain some semblance of, like, okay. And we draw the King of Clubs. Clubs are plants. A king floating in the air. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright. So yeah, and this is something we discover while resting. So we are... I dare even say this is not a planet, but an asteroid belt. If it's things featured in the air while we are resting after that calamitous first world encounter, I dare say that we are floating through an asteroid belt right now. I dare say that we are just sort of hiding among the debris. I dare say we are hiding among the debris and just trying to patch up my wounds and just lay low, just hide it out for a little while. When we got 4, suddenly, the 2 of spades. Suddenly. Natural phenomena. Crystal formations, mirages, vividly colored lightning. Strange clouds, rocks eroded in strange shapes, veins of precious metal. And this was the 2. Under the light of the moon. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful. Because what that means is that, like, we're in this asteroid belt. The sun of this solar system, you know, crests over some very large asteroids. Maybe it passes over a planet and we end in eclipse. And I am just surrounded by, like, rainbow crystal. Right? Like, these are not just asteroids. They are asteroids lit with every color under the sun. And for that, I am retiring my I have here, where is it? Where's the camera? I have here a Superman dice. You can see it is red and blue. I figured it was a nice generic dice to use. I'm retiring this. And we are trading it in for this lovely rainbow dice. As it is every color of the rainbow. I really wish I had, like, iridescent metal dice, because that's kind of what I'm picturing. Is, like, that sort of gray, but then every color just lights up. Iridescent. Alright, iridescent asteroids. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I'm just floating in the debris of this beautiful, glowing asteroid belt. Having just nearly been killed, right? Like, I've nearly been killed, my ship was nearly taken, I nearly died on some other world, and now I am just among beautiful, beautiful glowing crystal. This is... oh, gosh. And alas, I can't stay here. I mean, I could, but I'm going to run out of oxygen, I'm going to run out of fuel. That was my second and last card, and I'm very happy about that. I'm glad that I get to leave, not sullying this beautiful visual. We're on to our 3rd world. We're on to our planet 3. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna roll my dice, draw some cards. We're gonna draw three natural features. See if I should be. Let me review the rules a little bit. That number or name. Is he retired? Yeah, I'm gonna not shuffle the cards. Yeah, you know what? Let's shuffle. Let's shuffle our deck. Let's give ourselves the chance for some new familiar takes on cards that we've drawn. In the meantime, let me check in. How is everybody doing? How is your day going? How's your Tuesday? My day's been a little rough. Job hunting is a challenge, but we'll see where we're at. I'm happy. I'm doing this and I've been doing these in the afternoon because I figured doing a ling late in the day, brighten my spirits, have a little fun, play a game with my friends, do a little show. It's fun. It's a nice way to relax. So, we're drawing 3 cards. Planet 3, 3 cards. Our first card. I'm feeling refreshed. I'm feeling revitalized. Which is good, because it is very arduous. It is difficult to get here. I rolled a 1, which means it is a difficult world. A difficult world to get here. Alright, I'm not going to tell anybody that you're shirking work to get to watch this. But I also appreciate it. I'm not a narc. I appreciate you shirking work to watch this right now. That means a lot to me personally. So this is very arduous to get to this first feature. And the first feature is the 4 of spades. Natural phenomena. As was last time. The 4 of spades. Another steep canyon. So I've landed in a canyon. Deep in the wilderness. Deep in this planet. I see a canyon and I'm immediately like, I don't know if I want to go down there. But it is glowing. It is glowing as if the Aurora Borealis is beneath the surface of this canyon. And I gotta investigate. That's right. Let it be known Jeff Stormer is not a narc. I want that on microphone. I want that on camera. Let it be known. So, we're floating towards the Aurora Borealis. Floating towards an Aurora Borealis fog is how I would describe it. Settling over this canyon. And I see it as a canyon. I see it as a place that I can park my ship and actually get out and walk around, as beautiful as the asteroids were. So it is a canyon full of Aurora Borealis fog. I'm going to get out and stretch my legs. I just want to experience it. I want to know what this glowing fog is all about. I've got a lot of questions about this glowing fog. So we're gonna get out. I want to see it with my own 2 eyes. I don't want to see it. The asteroids were beautiful, but I saw them through a ship's window. I want to enjoy. When something comes upon me suddenly, I am surrounded by this fog. When through the fog, the 7 of hearts. Hearts are... What are hearts? Hearts are ruins, mysterious obelisks, vine-covered temples, abandoned dwellings for people larger. A wrecked spaceship. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. Because I really like that. And what's a 7? A 7 is near a volcano. Oh no. Ruins near a volcano. Well... I guess the good news is we found the volcano spewing the Aurora Borealis fog. You all get to see my terrible typing. And there are the most intricate, carved, abandoned, caves. I am walking among the hallways of the dead, surrounded by this glowing volcanic fog. That the more that I think about it, if it's coming from a volcano, that's probably not super healthy to be breathing in. And it's also probably, if I had to get... granted, I am approaching this alien chemistry from an Earth chemistry standpoint, so I could be wrong. But my gut tells me that if something sparks this, all of this gas may light up. Sure enough, I rolled a 1, which means whatever's happening next is gonna be real difficult to get to. So, I think I'm actually going to add a detail, because I really liked crashed spaceships. But actually, they're not crashed spaceships; they are eroded. This planet, this fog looks beautiful from a distance. And when you surround yourself in it, it just eats metal. It just devours it. So I've got to like run to my ship, blast through the atmosphere, tear through everything. My ship is crumbling around me. I am not sure if it is going to make it out of the atmosphere when we come upon the Six of Spades. Spades, natural phenomena. On the snowy peak of a mountain. So I've crash landed into this mountain, flying a half acid burned spaceship into a snowy peak. What awaits me on this mountain is, I think that the mountain is ice, but like a clear ice. So like when I crash, like you see just cracks tear through like this mountain, and I am just sitting in this ship like letting its repair functions. I'm gonna be here for a little while. I'm gonna be here for a little while. I'm gonna be stranded here for probably a couple days. So a clear ice mountain. Ice mountain. Stranded for a few days. Sitting alone, my ship damaged, trying to repair it at least enough that it'll get me into warp, so that it'll get me to my next debt. Like it'll get me somewhere, anywhere that I can hopefully maybe find the tool, like the supplies and the metal and just the resources that I would need to fix this thing. This is not great. The situation, I should say, the game is a delight, and I am overjoyed playing it. The situation that I'm in it's a tough spot. Do I go for it? I'm gonna take it. I've got to take the shot, right? I've got to. I don't know. I don't even know if like it's going to make it into the atmosphere. I don't even know if I hop into this ship, am I even gonna find another world? As is, I don't think so. But you know what I can do? Scavenging. I'm scavenging. I'm scavenging sip supplies, everybody. Scavenging sip supplies. We are transforming our ship into some sort of Franken vessel, is the best way to describe it. We are patchworking this thing together. We are going to rocket my patchwork vessel off this world. I am going to just tear out these acid-eroded spaceships that we found earlier. I'm just going to tear out every piece of supplies that I can, patch my ship together, and basically just rocket it off into the cosmos, and we'll see what happens next. I'm not happy about it. I like my ship. And I don't want to be I'm not a tomb raider. I mean, I guess I am now because I've raided a bunch of crashed spaceships. All right. Planet number 4. Where? And this is a crash landing. I don't think there's any way that this one is not a crash landing. I don't think I've got the resources to not just punch whatever planet I land on. Which, added by the fact that I am just suddenly makes sense here even more than arduous. Because if I am just crash landing, I think it is straight up like, look around. You know, I think it is look around. I think it is just crawl out of the ship. Hope that I'm going to be able to either repair this thing fully or find something useful. Those are my options. Let's roll my dice. Getting a lot of crooked rolls. Roll one card. All right. We have one card on this world. This is literally just where I've ended up. Hopefully, this one card gives me an indication that I'm going to be able to, like, use it to fix the ship, blast off, you know, survive, do that, get off planet, because it's a tough scene. This is a tough spot. My ship is in bad shape. We have one card. One card. One single card. I have not seen what it says. Said card. Oh, I already rolled the card. It was suddenly. Here we go. Suddenly, I have found the Ace of Hearts. Ruins. Mysterious obelisks. Vine-covered temples. Abandoned dwellings. A wrecked spaceship. I have crash-landed. Where I don't think I made it off world. I don't think the ship made it off planet. If what we hit, well, what is ace? I forgot to look up what the ace is. In a field taller than you. Ancient ruins. Yeah. Oh, you know where Yeah, this would be a good segue into Alone in the Ancient City. I think I'm just in some ancient ruins. Ancient ruins. Grassy fields, structures, obelisks, ruins as far as the eye can see. The eye can see. And yeah, I think that is where this particular chapter of my story ends. I think I am alone in this place. In an ancient city. I don't know if there are people here. I haven't encountered them yet. My ship is not in a place that it's going to have to be repaired for an extended period of time. I think for now I am stuck. Ancient ruins. Sitting alone. Shuffling playing cards for comfort. Tall grass. Tall grass. Overgrown grass. Grass that has been left to grow for ages. These are very old ruins. And I'm going to have to just try and figure out what's in here. Wander around for a while. Explore. And I think for now, that's game. I think for now that is where my journey ends. I think that is where my story has ended for now. It may continue in a different game. It may not, but I think for now this traveler has ended their journey in this ancient set of ruins. So, we come to the end of the game. Play until you are tired and want to return home. If you want to remember your travels, save the journal. If the memories bring you pain, burn it. I don't think the memories bring me pain. I think I would like to remember these travels. I think that the beauty of the iridescent asteroids and the Aurora Borealis fog and the wheat stalks taller than trees. I mean, granted, though, most of that time was spent running for my life or being, chased by acid-spitting worms, but there were some beautiful sights along the way. I think I want to remember these. I think that as I explore this ancient ruin that sits before me. I think it was worth it. I think in the future, if I see weird glowing fog, I'm not going to land my ship there. That seems like a bad idea. But I think I'm going to... I think I would like to remember this journey. So I think I will save this. And for now, I think that's game. That was really, that was fun. Goodness, that was fun. Oh my goodness, I'm really happy with this. That turned out really fun. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. This was great. I hope you will go and pick up Alone Among the Stars. I think it is a beautiful little quiet solitaire storytelling game. Oh, thank you for making the game. Thank you for making the game. Like, thank you for watching, but also thank you for making, thank you for making this and for making Alone Among the Ancient Cities. Like, this is a cool game. Beautiful, beautiful experience. I am delighted. Please, everyone watching this, whether you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, go pick up the game. It is amazing and cool. And for now, I'm going to pack it up. I've got a recording in about half an hour, so I'm going to stretch my legs, go get a soda, take a little bit of a walk, hit a Pokestop. I think I ruined my Pokestop streak yesterday. I don't think I hit a stop. Bless. I'm feeling very good about this journey. I think I will have to revisit this character either in Alone Among the Ancient City, Alone Among the Stars. I want to know what I experience next. I feel like I've got a lot more journeying to do. But for now, until next time, friends, thank you all so much for watching. And we will see you again for more solo play role-playing games next Tuesday. Until then, have a great one, my friends. I need to come up with a cool ending. Bye, everybody.